Hello, everyone. My name is Chelsea, and today I am going to be sharing my marketing plan for CEP's High School College Advising Professional Development webinars. Brief summary, what is CEP? So CEP stands for the Center for Educational Partnerships, and it provides outreach and engagement with K through 14 students, families, and educators to increase access to higher education. CEP, there are 10 programs that provide direct service to students and families. And so also included in this summary, I'd like to add that I chose UC Berkeley Center for Educational Partnerships because I actually work at this department and have for about 2 years now as a communications analyst. So I decided to build out a marketing plan for CEP's High School College Advising Professional Development webinars, which is only one of the products and services offered by the CEP department. And essentially, these webinars are year-round college advising webinars designed for California college access professionals and high school counselor resources. And so, like I said, this is only one of the products and services offered by CEP, which is created and managed by our Director of Training and Curriculum. I chose to build out a marketing plan for these webinars because there is no existing marketing plan for any of the CEP products and services that our department has to offer. Products and services also include CEP, which also includes the webinars that I'm discussing. And these have primarily been used for CEP's own staff and our own programs. So the only people that are really benefiting from the creation of these products and services are our very own staff. And so this is just an example of the products and services that are offered by CEP, which includes online courses, curriculum. I'm focusing on the webinars today as a starting point, and then also training, consultation, and coaching as a service that is also offered. Across the UC system, there are CEP-like departments, so departments like CEP on each of the campuses. And at each of these departments, they also house either the same or very similar programs that CEP does. As it currently stands, there are no other undergraduate UC departments across the state that offers products and services like CEP. So CEP has a very unique offering and is in a very unique position right now in comparison to other UC campuses. For example, Destination College Advising Corps is one of the programs at our department, which is also across all the other campuses at all the other UCs. This program in particular is for college advisors who are young professionals, and this program targets recent college graduates who are young professionals in need of comprehensive year-round training. And so essentially this program specifically targets recent graduates to become college advisors, and this is a population that needs a lot of in-depth training in order to be prepared to go to their school sites to provide direct services to their students. And this program is across the UC campuses. Another thing to point out is that there is a current crisis in higher education. In 2012, a College Board national survey found that 32% of high school counselors did not receive any training in graduate school about college and career admission processes. Nearly an additional third of counselors deemed that the little training they did receive was inadequate. Furthermore, over half of respondents reported needing additional training in both college affordability planning and assisting students through the high school to college transition. And so right now there is a current crisis in higher education in which high school counselors in those school sites are not receiving any type of training related to college access. And so a lot of our students are not receiving the necessary tools and support that they need in order to apply to college and be successful in college. So I'd like to really emphasize the fact that these customers are California colleges and university systems, so people who are working within California. Because these systems are very unique and have nuanced differences from other states across the country. Another important thing to point out is that I want to focus on college access professionals at departments similar to CEP across the UC system. So we have what's called SAPEP, which are student academic preparation and educational partnership programs. and they receive funding from the UC Office of the President. For example, Destination College Advising Corps and the Early Access Opportunity Program. These are two SAPEP programs that are housed at CEP and across the UC campuses that are meant to increase college access for low-income first-generation and underrepresented high school students by placing highly trained recent college graduates in schools as full-time college advisor fellows. And so once again, I'm using this as an example because we have DCAC at CEP, and our college advisor fellows are the ones that use our webinars the most. And so I believe that across the UC campuses, there are college advisor fellows who can also be benefiting from these webinars. And lastly, we have our high school counselors. And so there is an industry need for high school counselors and school site professionals to be educated and informed on college advising and the college application process. So there is in fact an interest from high school counselors to gain this knowledge. However, there are barriers that do exist, such as time. So a lot of high school counselors have increasingly high caseloads, and so they do not have the time to go through super in-depth comprehensive training or take additional classes. Another barrier is simply funding, and so there isn't support from district leaders and administration who do not see the importance of investing in college advising support. And lastly, high school counselors simply do not have the guidance or even information of where to navigate and find these resources. Just kind of screenshotted the college advising professional development webinars and the information that's available on our website. So you could see that some of the training highlights are that it's synchronous, so it's a live session. Slide decks are provided after the end of the session, and they also include resources that the high school counselors and advisors can use, and it's $45 per webinar. And there's also a schedule laid out, so you can see that these are offered throughout the year as students are going through that actual process. Other thing to address is that the timing and capacity, so that assessing those barriers again that high school counselors face, because these are offered throughout the year and are about only 2 hours once a month. This provides for a little bit more flexibility versus doing almost a weekly course or more in-depth course. So wanted to share this brief little excerpt here. This is a response from one of the college advisors who have taken this course before, and they said that I cannot overstate just how critical of a resource this PD and series is, particularly in centralizing and collating all of this information in one place. This is without a doubt a foundation stone for professionals like myself who are new or newer to the field. I imagine it is also very useful and accessible refresher for folks who are more seasoned, particularly in keeping up with updates in systems and processes. Dr. Aguilar's organization and delivery is accessible for me and very effective. Thank you. So from this, you could see that it's very fitting for young professionals, so those who are new to the field. So like I said, CEP currently has 50 plus DCAC and EOP college advisor fellows who are all recent undergraduates who are the main ones who are taking these webinars. It is also very fitting for those who need up-to-date information. So for those who are not working within education, there are consistently a lot of changes that happen year to year in the college application process and even within legislation. And so it's very important that you're receiving new information every single year. Now jumping into distribution channels, as a UC Berkeley department, the webinars are distributed via UC Berkeley's Instructure Canvas website. So this is where people are able to purchase the webinars, but the webinars and resources are created and facilitated by the Director of Training and Curriculum. And once this person is signed up, they will then be invited to a Zoom link where these courses actually take place. Also, the Director of Training Curriculum also does currently do some trainings in person at select conferences as well. Now going into promotion media, as of right now, it is very limited. There's not one person who is responsible for the creation and management of this promotion media. There are monthly reminder posts on Instagram and LinkedIn that go out. Our Director of Training Curriculum also presents at select and very few conferences. It's just kind of as these opportunities arise. So they're either training, so like an in-person version of the webinars, or a presentation on the products and services that CEP does provide. And so in terms of promotional media of like some proposed additions that I have in mind, one is email marketing, which we currently do not do. So sending out monthly email reminders for upcoming webinars, starting with our existing high school site partners, and then begin developing relationships with CP equivalent departments and SAPEP programs across the UC system, and then developing relationships with college access nonprofits as well. I also believe that relationship development is a really huge part of this as well. And then also increasing school site in-person trainings and presentations. As of right now, our director of training and curriculum only does this at very select conferences. However, I believe the efforts can be a little bit more targeted by going to partnering with school sites and doing examples or free trainings for high school counselors, administration, and community partners. Or they could also just be presentations on CEP's products and services, while also sharing the importance of these resources with our high school administration and counselors. And as for the expected cost of this all, once again, there's currently no standing marketing plan for CEP's products and services, and no one is currently in the department holds that responsibility at all. So I believe that a very first step for this is to hire a full-time marketing specialist. So this person will be responsible for creating and managing a marketing plan for all of CEP's products and services, and also be the one who's solely responsible for developing those relationships with school site partners, college access programs, the SAPEP programs, nonprofits, and also other potential customers. They will also be responsible for partnering and presenting with school sites to do in-person example trainings and products and service presentations. And so looking at the current competitive salary in California, it currently stands around $77,600 to $89,490 for a marketing specialist. In addition to this, I also believe that CEP's existing MailChimp account, which they currently use for their other marketing, which already houses all of their audiences, to increase to a premium subscription to store and manage an unlimited list of contacts. The cost for this marketing plan is upward of $94,000. So it will be expected that there will be a further development of a comprehensive marketing plan for all of the CEP's products and services. What I provided today was just going into developing a marketing plan for the webinar. So I feel like building off this marketing plan for the webinars and hiring a new person to build out a comprehensive marketing plan focused on all of CEP's products and services. I also believe that there will be an increased revenue for webinars and across our products and services. A 25% increase in our registrations will increase about $10,000 in revenue, which can then be invested into marketing our other products and services. I also believe that this will increase CEP's visibility across the Bay Area school districts and also the UC system. So CEP does aim to be a premier in college access, and this will help increase CEP's reach and mission across the state. And lastly, I also expect there to be a maintaining and building of relationships with school site counselors, administration, UC departments, and community partners. I also want to emphasize that I think it is incredibly important to prioritize high school administration and districts, because I believe that there is an important part that CEP can play in not only increasing our own revenue, but also creating systemic change and emphasizing the importance of college advising in our high schools for our students' benefit. And lastly, these are some of the conclusions that I came up with, just some recommendations for the department. One is, in fact, hiring that full-time employee marketing specialist, because we have no one that isn't responsible for creating any type of marketing plan or even managing or implementing it. Second would be to build out a comprehensive marketing plan for all of the products and services. So kind of building off of what I've already developed for the webinars. And creating an email marketing plan and in-person presentation marketing plan as well. And then lastly, the title of our webinars is incredibly long, and I do think it will be to our benefit to shorten it. And with that, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my presentation. Thank you.